Hi, I'm Mario, and this is my interview with my wife Angelica about her childhood. Before recounting Angelica's own memories, I researched daily life for children in Mexico during the 1980s. Univision reports that Mexican television offered very few children's programs then, so most girls of that generation grew up watching the same shows. El Universal adds that the decade blended traditional toys with new electronics ones, with dolls and other street games like jump, rope, and marbles being especially popular. I also researched the 1986 FIFA World Cup, which Wikipedia confirms was held in Mexico that year, making it the first country to host the tournament twice. Helpful context for Angelica's own vague memory of it. The first thing I asked Angelica was about relatives who passed away before she was born. She told me her great-grandmother had been described to her by her own mother, since Angelica never met her personally. According to what she was told, her great-grandmother used to be very fair-skinned and tall, and she used to dress very elegantly. She used to love knitting, and beautiful blankets were made by her almost every week. In other words, her great-grandmother was known for being both graceful and hardworking, quite similar, Angelica said, to how she herself likes to dress careful today. When I asked about her earliest memory, before she had even started school, Angelica said that her mother used to give her lots of kisses and used to dance with her. She has always remembered those memories fondly, and she has kept that closeness with her mother for over 40 years now. Since she was a small girl, she also remembered that by the time she started kindergarten, she had already spent countless afternoons playing alone in her room with her dolls. Her mother would tell her every night that the dinner was ready, and she used to be given a bean sandwich, a lonche de frijoles, before bed. Next, I asked her to tell me about her school. Angelica said the walls of her school had been painted in many bright colors, and that this might be the reason why she still enjoys colorful space today. However, not everything was pleasant. There was an enormous trash can shaped like a dog, with his mouth opened, and it used to scare her every time she walked past it. She admired that, compared to the cheerful colors of the walls, that trash can was the complete opposite, something she disliked far more than she liked the rest of the school. Finally, I asked Angelica whether she remembered any important historical event or had ever seen a well-known public figure. At first, she says she couldn't recall anything specific. However, when I mentioned the 1986 FIFA World Cup, which was held in Mexico while she was younger, she said she might have watched some of the match of television with her family, even though she doesn't have a clear memory of it. She admitted that soccer was never really her sport, but she remembers her father used to cheer loudly during the games. Talking with Angelica has told me so much about her childhood and about the women in her family who came before her. I have realized how much of who she is today has been shaped by small, tender moments, a mother's kiss, a lunch at the frijoles, a colorful school wall. I feel grateful that she has shared these memories with me, and I am happy to share them with all of you today. Thank you for watching. Bye.